Tortuga Gallery boasts a diverse history in East Downtown Albuquerque. The building has worn many hats as a grocery store, a mechanic shop, even apartments. But its current role is that of an arts hub for musicians, painters, sculptors, and poets. So we stopped by the gallery to take a look at one of their current installations and learn more about Tortuga's rich history. Take a look.
The building is 1880s, built during the time of the Santa Fe Railroad, establishing itself and coming through Albuquerque. It's one of the oldest neighborhoods in Albuquerque. I think the oldest elementary school is just down the road from here, about a block and a half. Well, we do primarily artist representation, and what we like to do is set up a month-long art show, and then we bring in other artists, poets, musicians during the month of each particular show to get more people in to see the initial artist who's being represented for the month. And it works pretty well that way. We get a lot of people coming through that aren't necessarily looking for art, but would rather come and hear music that are exposed to a lot of local great artists.
I wanted to become an artist ever since I was 8. I had a friend whose father was the political cartoonist for the Milwaukee Sentinel. So I would go over to her house and see the paintings. And then for my 8th birthday, I wanted to go to the Milwaukee Museum of Contemporary Art, which has all this German expressionist work. So I have a picture of me looking very serious in front of angst-filled German expressionist work. And I came home and said, I want to be an artist. And the show on displays, I'm redoing the entire deck of cards. It all started with, I wrote a poem called A Heart Transplant for a friend who was going through some hard times. It was sort of metaphorical heart transplant. And I said, well, I'm the queen of the heart transplants. So I did the piece that's the queen of heart transplants. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll have to do a king. And then I was going to do the face cards. And then I was throwing it up on Facebook, and people would say, oh, you got to keep going. And so I just kept going. And when I was done with all the hearts, I was like, well, should I keep on going? You know, what am I going to do for clubs? And I thought, well, clubs could be trees. And so then I went on to do the clubs, which are all the tree series. And then I'm going to do the stars. The diamonds are stars, and the spades will be bones. So it just sort of came a great way of just sort of keep me moving forward, because there's always the next card. And then just drawing inspiration from archetypes, mythology. The heart series has a lot of Egyptian influence in it. Trees have more varied influences, but both metaphorical and physical trees. And it's just been a great format to really just layer all kinds of things into them. But I always know what I'm going to do next. So.
We're on Edith Boulevard, Southwest. It's 901 Edith, and we're right on the corner of Pacific Avenue and Edith, and one of the oldest parts of town. You can reach us at 505-506-0820, and or find us on Facebook, or you can Google Tortuga Gallery and see 5 or 6 different entries for our events and other pertinent information.